Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video, and guys, we finally watched episode 9 of Legacies. We are back, guys.
Sorry it's so late. It was Christmas, and
yeah, there are a whole bunch of things happening with Christmas, and a whole bunch of other videos I had going on the channel. And the week that episode 9 of Legacies came out was the week of Spider-Man: No Way Home, and that was so big. I had to see that movie. I had to do my review on it. I had a whole bunch of things, as you guys clearly could see, to the channel. But finally, and also, I figured, one, I'm happy that we waited until now to do it, because as we all know, we are back with Legacies Season 4 this Thursday.
Episode 10.
And we are excited. We are super stoked, especially after this episode. We just got done watching it. And guys, I am so happy we waited, because I would not have been able to wait that long, all the way until this year, to check out the next episode, because they left us pretty much on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, he's kind of pissed.
I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm pissed, because I was like, I'm curious to know what the name, what happened in this episode. I looked it up on YouTube. I was like, holy crap. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, if that's true, we're in for a great episode. I'm like, please let this not be true, because I was like, holy crap, like,
yeah.
People were wondering, you guys were wondering where our episode 9 review was. And like I said, we were busy with everything that was happening with Christmas, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and a whole bunch of other things. But I did not know it was as big of an episode as it was. And I'm going to get into talking about it. Annie, what did you like about this episode?
Just seeing a lark and Landon.
Seeing a lark and Landon, and like them trying to get home. It seems like they're not. It looks like they're not trying to go to their happy place. It looks like they're trying to get back to Earth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm understanding, even though that doesn't make much sense to me how that's possible. But
also, like, when Hope pretended to turn back for him, and I was kind of happy. And then I'm like, she didn't do it. She acted like she turned it back on.
Yeah, because it took us a second to remember what happened in episode 8. It took us a bit to understand what was happening.
It's been a while.
Because I didn't know who Jed found in the car accident, and I totally forgot Jed, because Jed said that Caleb went crazy, he blew up his own car, and because I remembered. He just, his power started acting up, and that's how it ended. The car, him, activating his, fire-breathing dragon power.
And his wings.
And then we finally see him sprout wings and fly, and we see this body that's, all messed up that looks like Jed, from my understanding, already saw. I don't remember if it was in the car with them or something, or I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Because I was like, what's happening? I'm like, what's this body? Because I remember a body being disfigured, but I didn't remember, what the reason was why Caleb was trying to light it on fire until they explained in the episode that, whatever the creature was making them act up.
And it messes with, Caleb's powers, Ethan's powers, and Jed's powers.
And I was like, oh, because when they said, when Caleb was explaining, saying, I had to stake myself because Cleo and MG went to go look for Caleb, and Jed went to go stay with, this wrapped up, mummified being along with, Ethan, and I was like, why would Ethan want to stay there? Because I thought that was very weird. He always wanted, he's been wanting to get in the field, but yet he wanted to stay back. I was like, what's the problem here? And then the moment where, they go find, Caleb, and Caleb's like, I had to stake myself to, get me out of the States, and him saying, I hope you didn't bring it back to the school, and that was a holy shit moment. I'm like, oh my god, because he's like, I'm not the only one that, is going to get activated by this.
When Ethan, hurt Jed, my heart dropped.
That looked like it hurt so bad when you hit him with that weight. I think it was a 15-pounder, 20-pounder, too.
Yeah,
that looked like it hurt so bad. I was like, ooh.
My heart dropped.
I was like, ouchie. Or maybe it would have been 80 or something. Either way, getting your weight on your forearm and, oh, God. I thought he killed Jed, because Jed looked like he was going to die on that table.
Yeah.
And I love when, MG comes back saying, I hope you have something to knock, somebody out immediately, because they had to knock out Ethan. And they kind of left it to the point of the cliffhanger of, also, we don't know we know it's a person, and it's not a monster, but what does that mean? Does this mean that, Malivore, some way, shape, or form is back somehow, and these beasts are, and there's, a different... he's not bringing out beasts, but he's bringing out people or something. I don't understand what's happening right now.
Malivore has the power to do that.
But I'm thinking, Malivore is dead, from what my understanding is of what happens. So, because we know the only person that's down there with, Rick and Ted is also Landon. I don't think it's Malvor anymore, unless they're like split personalities and they're both now, but I don't think so. I think that's just Landon. It's very confusing because they never quite told us if it was just Landon or Malivore. People have asked me down in the comments below, and I think he's been acting a lot like Malivore, acting like Landon. So I'm confused. Is it like a split personality where maybe one comes out of the other, or maybe they're binded now and he seems more like he's fed up. Landon, like he's grown. He's no longer that person we once knew. He's like fed up with it. He's a lot darker now. Maybe that's it. He's like, I don't know.
I wouldn't like that.
That's very confusing to me. The writers didn't really like plan that out a bit. I'm confused.
I don't like it for that character.
But then she did say it was Landon. I'm like, it seems like that's Landon right now. It's very confusing. I can't tell now if that's Landon or if that's Malivore, or maybe it's both. I don't know. I'm assuming it's just Landon because Malivore is gone. That's my understanding. Same as how it's Ted now, and Necromancer is no longer there, but he remembers what Necromancer did. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm understanding. So that's just Ted, not Necromancer, but he remembers what he turned into. So I'm loving what's going on right now. They have to like that one ghost we've seen before, like I forget what that one like skull Ghost Rider looking monster is. It looks like Ghost Rider when Ghost Rider became an angel again.
Like the blue fire looks like Hades.
That too. I mean, but also in Ghost Rider when he becomes an angel again, he has blue flames, no longer orange, it's red. But I'm liking how like he made that like saying, if you don't need one coin, you need to fill up these jars to go onto like to go home or go into the next life. All right, like there's only one thing I'm understanding, or maybe it's you have a choice to go to the afterlife, to go like be at peace, or go home back to Earth. I quite don't understand what's going on. Yeah. It seems like that's where Hope was, but Hope chose not to go to the light and chose to go back to Earth. Yeah. So I think you have a choice, but it's like, how can Landon go back when there's no body of Landon? I don't understand how that would work.
I kind of feel bad for Josie because she lost her dad and her sister.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, when we get to the point of like, Lizzie finally is like, I don't want to, like, Lizzie chose to team up with Aurora. I was like, oh God, please don't tell me you're doing this. Please don't go down this path. Don't go down this dark path where this crazy chick is now in your friend's body. I understand what Hope did was wrong, but she took over her body and put Hope in a body that's just not hers. So I was like, please let this not be a situation where it's like you're choosing her side to get revenge, because we all know Aurora wants revenge on the the Michelsons and shit like that. So I was like, oh God.
Aurora's like once a Michelson, and if you remember, Aurora dated Klaus.
Yeah, but like,
and the thing was like what Lizzie said to Aurora like really pissed me off. She's like, you're far more worse than Klaus. And Klaus, yeah, he's bad, but not as bad as Aurora.
But he made a comeback.
He became good.
Yeah, he had his own like his own redemption arc. Like he redeemed himself. Yeah. So what I really like about it is that she realized, okay, I don't want to be a part of this. You want to trap Hope in this unbreakable, coffin and put her, in the ocean and let her drown and come back to life and drown and come back to life again and have a forever suffering, be forever suffering. And then, of course, Lizzie's like, I don't want to do that. I would be no better than you, and I would be no better than you know what I mean? Like, I would be no better than you, and I would be no better than Hope or even Klaus. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to have that life. I don't want my life being like that. And chose to trap Aurora in that thing, because Aurora doesn't know any spells because she wasn't a witch. She was just a vampire. So she's still like learning how to turn on, make fire and make light and stuff. And she's not very known in the magical arts. So that was really cool to see her like, oh, like you're not Hope. She would never do such a little spell like that. Something that's so easy. Like she would never do something like that. And that's how like it gave it away that you're not Hope. And I love the moment she put her in that place and called Hope saying, look, I'll help you do this, but you need to help me fix the mess you did with my father. Yeah. And little did we know,
she was a bitch and didn't.
We thought that speech Lizzie gave her would have changed her back, which I thought it did. I was like tearing up almost. I was like, oh my God, did this work? Did this make Hope turn back on her humanity?
Yeah, if you know, if anything bad happens with Lizzie, Zach's gonna get emotional.
I was so upset.
He loves Lizzie.
When she's like, because when it happened, when she's like, okay, like when we think her humanity got turned back on, and they're fixing up the knife, so when they open, Lizzie opens it, she could stab her, and they could switch back into the right bodies. Hope and Aurora. They switched back into the right bodies, but I told Annie, I'm like, this seems too easy. They wouldn't build up something like this to be this easy. Like, it's not that easy. There's something up here. And then Aurora leaves. She makes the building come down. It makes like an X and shit. And I was like, for a second, I'm like, did she make a spell somehow? And she brought down the place? Like, what happened here? But it turns out, no, she just she made her grand escape when she said always, once a Michelson, always a Michelson, and dipped. And saying you can't trust her, meaning Lizzie couldn't trust her because she's like, oh, I can't believe you fell for that after she burned the last stake that could take out Hope. That, like, what was it, the maple red oak, stake? I was like, oh, shit. But I was like, because what made no sense to me, which is, I feel like this is kind of the writer's fault, is that when Lizzie initially found Hope at the diner at that restaurant, she had, like, 5 stakes on her. Or, like, 3 or 4. So where did those go? Because did anybody else see that? She had, like, a sash on her that had, like, stakes.
I didn't see that.
I don't think she just had one. She had, like, a couple. I saw a couple there. I swear to God, I saw a couple there. I can't be the only one that saw it. So let me know down in the comments below. Did anybody else see that? Or was there only just one? I could have sworn there was, like, 3 or 4.
By the way, I want to be able to reply to comments right now because my mother took my phone away.
Yeah, so so if you have any questions for her, just ask me down in the comments below until she gets her phone back. But I was about to say, like, when that happened, I'm like, and she's like, you lied. You never turned back on your humanity. I was like, oh, shit. I said, damn it. I really thought that would have worked. I'm like, this is, because I'm going to say, well, the scene I saw, and I'm pissed I saw it, but that's what happens when you miss an episode and they put the scenes on. I saw Lizzie getting killed dead. And I was like, please, I was like, please, man. I thought what I saw maybe was fake. Yeah. But I was like, when it got to that point, I'm like, no, she's going to stay there.
The reason why he saw it is because he's trying to...
I was trying to figure out if they had a new trailer for the next part of season 4. But they didn't, from what I could see.
Yeah, telling him the Legacies account.
I finally followed their Instagram. Shockingly, I haven't, which is weird.
CW Legacies.
Yeah, so I followed it, and I was like, okay. I was like, did that just happen? Because I saw that picture on the thing. I'm like, did that actually happen? So when we got to the point where she's like, she lied and said, I did believe, you know what I mean? Like, Josie believed that you could be saved, and I didn't believe it, and then now I believed it because I thought you turned your humanity back on, and I still believe you can change. I hope sees something. I mean, Josie sees something in you, and I still see it. I want to believe that you're still good in there. And she's like, what, are you going to kill me? And she's like, I don't think you're... And then Lizzie's like, I don't think you're going to kill me. No, you would never go that far. And she snaps her neck. I was like, oh my God. That didn't just happen. I was flipping out. I'm like, this... And now, I was like, she has some nerve.
And now Lizzie's a vampire and she's a fiend.
Which was I was like, oh my God. Because the moment when she is communicating with Josie, because Josie, as we... In the beginning of the episode, like towards in the middle of the episode, she's getting ready to leave. To go look for, for Hope, and she in the therapy box that she has to do it on her own. But she still bought a ticket for Finch anyways because I was hoping Finch would go with her. But ever since Jed got hurt,
yeah, she has to stay.
She has to stay, and she has to become the pack leader. So that was really, and even initially, she was like all playing out like what to write out to when he woke up. She was planning out what to say to Lizzie because she knew that was going to be hard for her to say, I gotta leave. And pretty much she really wanted Finch to go, but she's explained to Finch, when Finch found out when the bus ticket fell out, when she was trying to gather all the berries up to make that, healing cure for that mummy looking thing. That's when it gets, when she said, we'll talk about it later, and then that's when she discovers the bus ticket, and it gets talked about right then and there. And she's like, I wanted to talk to you about it, but I wanted you to come with me. It's not what it looks like. I was going to invite you with me to come with me, but it would be selfish to me because you found a home here, you found a pack here, you found who you are here, and that would be selfish. And she finally realized at the bus stop that I can't go with you. I need to become the pack leader. I have to stay. And she realized, if this isn't like we're breaking up, but I know you'll be back at some point. So this is like a, goodbye for now, but you know what I mean? We'll be okay. Yeah. So that moment when she was on the bus and we see her like Lizzie like astro projecting herself to Josie, I was like, is she like, is she not dead and she had a contingency plan? What happened? I'm like, what's happening here? Or is she dead and this is like a sign? Because right when like she's waiting at the bus stop hoping Lizzie would get back, she's like, I feel something feels off. I was like, oh my god, like, is this a sign that the merge just isn't happening anymore? Is this a sign where she just automatically takes whatever powers Lizzie has left because Lizzie's no longer there and she just becomes one? Like, what's happening here? But it's just, she felt that she had a twin instinct that something was wrong, that something wasn't right. And I was like, that was really good writing, that they have such a great connection. And that I like that. It was really good writing when it came to them. I was impressed.
The writers did really good with the.
I was very impressed for that moment. Like I was getting emotional. I'm like, she's like something feels off. Something feels wrong. I was like, that's so good. Like I feel I was like, is she gonna find? Is someone gonna find Lizzie? Like, what's gonna happen? Yeah. Like, is she just gonna be there and no one's gonna find her?
This whole season with the writing was just really good. The whole season was good.
But when she said, and this confirms that I don't think Lizzie's gonna become. I think she's gonna be gone for a while because it seemed like when she said that, to Josie, just you do you, I'm gonna do me. I'll be okay. I'm fine. You know what I mean? Things are gonna change, this, and that. I was like, what does this mean? What's she trying to say? Like, is this her way saying, I'm gone, but I'll be okay? Or, you know what I mean? Like this, trying to make her so she wouldn't turn back to help her? Because even Josie's like, I'll help you. I'll leave. I'll stop what I'm doing right now, and I'll come find you. And that's what Josie does. She always is there for other people and never there for herself, and never she always puts other people first. But in this way, she has to put this subject first on finding hope, what the box told her to do. And you know what I mean? And do things alone without always having to depend on people or something, or have people depend on her and stuff like that. She had to do something, and she always couldn't be there for Lizzie. And that was the kind of what she's learned. She learned, like, okay, the bus, the therapy box, I had to do this alone. And right after, I still bought you a ticket. And this is a way, that it's setting me on the right path where I got to do this alone. I got to go after hope alone. I got to do this and get her back. And that was a sad moment for me. I'm like, oh my god, she just... I thought MG must have got there, which we'll get into MG in a second. Because I was like, how's she astro projecting? Like, if she needs to touch something to get magic. But it turns out, she woke up, and she had a contingency plan, and it was taking vampire blood and becoming a vampire. Knowing that if Hope, would kill me, I'd still come back. And that was a... Because you saw Hope's face, she's like, you didn't. You did not do this. I never thought you would do this. Like, that was a drop the mic on Lizzie. I was like, okay. I was like, because Hope's reaction, she's like, oh shit. She's hungry. She's going to come for me right now. Like, this is dangerous because now Lizzie is no longer just a witch. She's now a vampire. So she going to kick ass. She going in. I'm excited. I can't wait for this Thursday. That fight sequence is going to be sick because there's going to be some cool shit going down where she's going to try to suck her blood. Some cool shit's going to happen. She's hungry now. She's like, she's probably gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't have killed me because now I'm coming for you now. That's gonna be sick. I'm super excited. That's why I'm happy that they didn't, I didn't wait all that until this year. I'm so happy we watched it now. Because I didn't want to do no cliffhanger bullshit like that, where she dies and we don't know if Josie, because Josie doesn't know that she, is dead and came back to live as a vampire. Not yet.
Neither does Lark.
Neither does the Lark. Neither does MG. And I'm hoping MG will find her in that fight, that she's going to have a hope. Because MG went to go look for her after Ethan said, I'll let you say it, because that shocked me. When Ethan said what he said. Do you remember?
Lizzie. Yeah, but he wants Lizzie.
Like, he knew the entire time. He never got, he never got, Lizzie never made him forget. Or maybe his powers, you can't do it to him anymore. Because I'm assuming maybe is that what happened? Did she try to make him forget, but he pretended he forgot?
Yeah.
Even to her, to trick her out? Is his abilities where you can't compel him, you can't mind wipe him, you can't do anything?
Compel him, mind wipe is the thing.
I know, well, you know what I mean? Is that his power? A new power he has? Or maybe a power he already knew he already knew he had? Or maybe it was at the moment he found out he had a new ability? Who knows? I don't know. Did Lizzie actually do it? I'm assuming yeah, so that way, just in case, he wouldn't, he wouldn't tell, or maybe it's because he promised he wouldn't say anything because of the way she looked at him. And again, he even said to MG, Lizzie told me, she had the last bit of this, of the steak, and she was gonna, and she just left. And MG's like, why aren't you telling me you don't deserve to be here? Leave. That was a sad moment. I was like, MG, I understand you're angry, but, like, you would have done some stupid shit like that, too. Like, MG's done some stupid shit, and I don't think he had the nerve to kind of, like, treat, like, you know, Ethan like that when he's made Ethan's life a living hell. If I'm being honest, bringing him into the supernatural world, bringing him into the situation where he got kidnapped and turned into a supernatural. Like, MG needs to chill the hell out a little bit after the little power trip, because if he was in Ethan's position, I think he would have definitely have kept the secret too. If someone coming in new to being a supernatural likes a girl a lot and doesn't want to and wants to like and get like ahead of the person that is also his competition, I think MG would do the same thing.
Yeah.
MG's grown a lot, but like Ethan's still growing, and I think that's a little unfair telling him to leave.
Yeah.
That's not your call, my dude. That's not your call. And I've defended MG, but I'm not defending him in this situation. He has no right to call saying leave. Make that decision.
Yeah.
He's not about that, no. I don't think so. Especially Ethan's been there for him a lot when MG had no friends.
Yep.
Ethan was the one that became his friend. Ethan was the one that understood MG. And the fact that he had the nerve to say, hey, leave after that, when he wasn't thinking in the moment. Also, him thinking that's what he needed to do to get everybody's respect to be a part of a team.
Yeah.
Meaning he thought that's what teamwork was, or thought that's what it'd be, keeping secrets and stuff, because Lizzie was a part of the team. Yeah. He makes a valid point. So it's kind of like, and he didn't know what she was going to do with it. He didn't know. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you need to chill out, MG, and I'm kind of hoping that, I think Ethan will leave, and MG's going to feel bad, and I think MG will try to go after him. I think that's what's going to happen. That's a little theory of mine. I think if MG was the one to tell him to leave, and if he leaves, MG needs to be the one to tell him to come back.
Yeah.
I think that's what needs to happen. But, and also, the mummy not being a mummy and being just a guy, that was interesting to me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's happening. We still have a lot of answers that we don't know. If they fill up those jars, Alark, Landon and Ted, will they come back to Earth? Who is this so-called monster that's not a monster?
They brought back a monster from like season 2 or 3.
Yeah, that one dude that could tell the future or tell Also, the dude that has like the fire was the one dude. Isn't that the one dude Cleo brought in initially? Yeah, I think he does like stuff with Limbo or something.
Yeah,
but I'm stoked. I loved this episode. I'm just happy we did not wait. Yeah. Like I said, I would have been pissed the cliffhanger that we got. That was a big cliffhanger to Josie not to know what's going on with her sister like that. Yeah. It's pretty big. And how does this affect things? One, the merge is off the table because that was one of the solutions to stop the merge. Vampire. Is to become a vampire. So I don't think that's happening anymore. Let me know down in the comments below if that is wrong and it's still on the table. I don't think it is because I think Lizzie has no choice but to take blood or she's going to die. So yeah, that's just it. She has to now. She's going to be a vampire from now on. Which makes it interesting because I wonder how everybody else is going to take it. Especially how MG's going to take that. Because technically, if Ethan, the one side I do understand is when MG does find out, he's going to blame Ethan. But again, it's not Ethan's fault. Yeah. It's Lizzie's fault. Lizzie should never put Ethan in that position to...
Well, because with Lizzie and Jesse's family...
It's all left. That's all I gotta say. I just don't want to blame Ethan because he's still learning.
The Parker side of their family is their dad's side.
Yeah.
They keep having twins until they do the merge.
So yeah, that's
Kai and Joe, which is Jesse and Lizzie's biological mom and their uncle, they merged and
it's still on the table if they have kids. Yeah, but it's just for them.
And then their other aunt and uncle live in Lucas, I think. Olivia and Luke, I can't think. They did the merge, and Olivia won, and now Lizzie and Jesse are supposed to do it, and if they don't do the merge, then they'll have another set of twins. Whoever has twins.
So, I don't know, but I thought, for instance, wouldn't that break the cycle? Because that they just kind of skipped it by one doing that? Would that break the cycle, or would it still keep going?
Keep going
until someone does it?
Until someone has a merge, yeah.
And then it would just, go on to the next person, or no?
No.
Or would it just stop?
It would stop.
Okay. What is very interesting to me also is that I don't know who's going to what will actually turn on Hope's... Yeah. Oh my god! If it's Landon coming back, that would be such a regret, such a character, backtracking, because Hope has grown so much, and I swear to God, if that's what they're trying to do, which they are, once Landon gets out, and remember that almost broke her out of it. Remember when Cleo tricked Hope thinking that was Landon on stage at the what was it, the Idol or
the like Salvatore Idol.
The Salvatore Idol or whatever.
Yeah.
Why? Why does it have to be Landon that always saves Hope in a way?
Because he's in love with her.
I hate that. I hate how we just got rid of this character. And they're going to bring him back in again.
I like this
and he's going to become, I bet you, he's going to become a problem again. It's going to be evolved around him again.
I like that character, though.
I know you do, but, like, come on. Like, are we really going to do this again? Where he gets out, that gets Hope's, Hope to turn back on her humanity, and then next thing you know, what, Malivore comes back, and that becomes a problem again? Is that what this dude's trying to warn Jen about? Malivore's coming back? Is that what we're doing here? Again? That is shitty writing. That better not happen. That better not, and I swear to God, if that is what brings, no. That therapy box did not go through all that, and all the story writing, setting up Josie to be, because my other theory is Josie, it was the therapy box told Josie to go by herself to get Hope back. And if it's not Josie that gets Hope to turn back on that humanity, that is so shitty writing. Because that is literally what they're trying to tell us, is that Josie's going to be the one to make Hope turn that shit back on. So I'm going to be annoyed if it's if it's Landon boy that comes back to Earth and pops up there in some smoke, Twilight sequence, and then next thing you know, it turns back on her humanity happily ever after. No! I feel like that's what's going to happen now. That kind of annoys me. It's so a character like backtracking where it's like, really? It's like, really? Like, they got to think outside the box because, like, come on. That's such a common sense for all of us to realize now is that if Landon gets back, that's what's turning on her, her humanity. That's what's going to do it.
You're so annoying.
That's like, it's so easy. That's what's going to do it. If they take the easy way out to do something like that has no character development, like it would be great character development if Josie is the one to do it, because Josie and Hope have a connection in a way to make that, her to turn that back on.
You're annoyed.
I am annoyed. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll find out Thursday. If they do it that quick. I hope also we don't take until the end of, like, season 5 for Hope to turn back on her humanity. I hope it happens, like, if not next week, this Thursday, it better happen, like, the next Thursday or the week after that. I'm not standing the rest of the season Hope being like that.
It took a while for them to have, like, turn Landon's humanity back on.
I don't want to take a year and a half.
I can't remember if Damon killed Matt or he killed Aaron. But he snapped on their necks, and it, like... Because
what else will do it? I thought for sure, maybe when she would have, like, realized what she did, killing Lizzie, maybe that would have turned it back on. But clearly, she didn't care what's going to happen to make her turn back on. Like, what's going to do it? I'm thinking Landon. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why she put it back on. She turned it off in the first place. Is because of Landon. Her having to kill Landon. So it's like, the thing that's going to bring her to turn back on is Landon coming back, which that's what they're trying to tell us, that he's going to come back to Earth. From what I'm understanding, when he says, I want to go home. They're like, we want to go home. Home is Earth.
But you're starting to like Landon, though.
I understand that, but you see how that's like it's character backtracking?
Yeah,
when like we've really grown with this character.
Yeah.
And we think, okay, like, she doesn't need to always depend on, Landon, and that's the one thing fake Landon got right. It's like, this is bad. We always, we you know what I mean? You depend, too much on me, this, and that, and this. That's like, she's really grown, and that would just be backtracking if that's the thing that's going to make her turn back on. That just would be annoying to me. Let me know if you guys kind of you see where I'm trying to come from. Is that, it's kind of like backtracking with the character. If it's like Landon's the reason she turns it back on.
Yeah.
When it would be better for both characters if it's Josie the one that get through the Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. Josie and Lizzie have known Hope longer. But I would say Josie maybe had a little bit more, compassion for Hope.
No,
because Lizzie never really had that much compassion. She always got pissed at, when, Alark did stuff with them as kid. But, like, Josie kind of understood more, saying, she doesn't have, any parents, any family left, really, like. So I feel like that would make more sense. And they had more of a connection, Josie and Hope, I would say.
Freya and Rebecca, so.
But you get what I'm trying to say. In terms of
And Uncle
you know, inviting you into the family.
Yeah.
Josie was more like that than Lizzie. Maybe that's why it didn't work. I just think it'd be better writing.
Yeah.
But we'll find out Thursday. I'm just happy we're back, guys. I'm happy we could get this up for you guys. I'm happy we could talk about this. I want to know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. Were you guys like, holy shit, when she turned into a vampire?
Yeah,
that flew over my head. I was like, oh my god. She's like, I'm like,
yeah, and if you have any questions for me, just ask Zach.
What did she say exactly? She's like, oh, thank God that blood worked or something. What did she say?
Something like that.
I was like, oh shit. And Hope's face was priceless. She's like, oh shit. I'm gonna get beaten up.
Yeah, you have any questions?
She was not expecting that. She probably never thought she would have ever done that.
But if you have any questions for me, put in the comments on Zach. Zach will give me his phone.
And she'll reply back to you guys. But guys, we are back with Legacies Season 4, baby. We are back this Thursday. I cannot wait. We will be here right after it premieres, of course, as we usually are. Yeah. And for people that are new to the channel, we do episode-by-episode reviews. Season 3 and 4 reviews are up on the channel as we speak in playlists. I have 2 separate playlists for Legacy, so go check those videos out to catch up.
One says Legacy Season 3, and the other one says
Legacy Season 4. And yeah, come join this family if you haven't already, subscribed to the channel. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, like this video. Guys, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. We are super, super close. Again, subscribe, come join the family. You won't be disappointed. We're all about spreading love, positivity, and motivation here on this channel. And we're thriving, and I love talking to you guys. It's literally the best part of my day when I get to communicate with you guys and really get to know some of you guys, because a lot of you guys are amazing on here. You guys do nothing but spread love, positivity, and motivation, and I really appreciate that. That's what we stand for. But guys, I cannot wait for this Thursday. I can't believe we're back, baby. We're back. But guys, that's the video. Again, we hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.